Okay, you ready to go?
Yeah.
All right. Come here. You see little arms? You see your nonov?
Okay.
See your nonov? Good. Right. Here we go. We got our baskets to put our hiosig in this little baggie. All right. Yeah. These ones, some redder ones that are more lush and ripe at the top. These other ones still need more rain, more s-cedagi, more water. Remember, we use our heart to give thanks and say thank you for letting us take some of their pieces of them to eat. And what we are sorry if it hurts them. Yeah, look at these are the Hanam. They're coming, but they're gonna be late. See, those are the other cactus buds. Yeah, there we go. See them? Nice and red and fluffy, ready to be picked. Beautiful. Okay. Let's get them. Yeah, this one too. Okay, that doesn't let you off, and you can sit on this rock right here if you want. Okay? Huh? Well, you can stand up. Historically, the women did this, but today, with it being imperative to revitalize our original our foodways, it's kind of whoever is able to get out and has the knowledge and has the determination to get out and do these things, you know. Just like basket making, there's a lot of men that do that too, and that's just, once again, like it's vital that a lot of our cultural lifeways are kept alive, and so at this point it kind of doesn't, in a certain instances, it doesn't matter who's doing them. Oh, you got some rocks? Hold on. How many of them? How much go? Count and all them. Yeah, sappo, sapchipkan, gigik. Gigik kohodai. Good. And usually we don't have to do much hiking for these, and they're in like a flatter lower land area, but because of this drought that occurred in the winter time, a lot of the Melog, this Ocotillo, and the usual areas I go to they're really they're stunted and they're late. But this one's right here, I think, are in an area that they're, you know, where the water runoff happened, and you know, the rain come down here, so they get a little bit more water than those ones in the flat area. I'm not sure, maybe, but you know, it's important to try to come out, even if it's just one time per season, whatever is in season at that time, to just go out and harvest at least one thing from that season to incorporate into your foodways at home, you know, incorporate it with whatever you got from the grocery store, whatever. Like here, we're just making a tea out of it. You can make syrup and you can do all sorts of other little things, but we're getting a little bit right now because of this drought. There's not very many of them, and we're gonna make like a tea. And you know, doing things like that is coming out on the land. That's strengthening your connection to the land. And you come out here, especially when you're not on your social media devices, and you're opening up your consciousness, you're opening up your heart, everything, your mind is connecting to the energy that's, yeah, it's a hummingbird. Oh, it's Vipismard. It's coming to go and check on the nectar. It's beautiful, huh? See, and you see things like that. You come out here and you see, you know, the animals and changing, the birds are changing with the seasons, and you come out here and you align yourself with the frequency or the energy that the earth is giving off, because the earth does give off a certain sort of, you know, magnetic energy, and maybe the bioelectricity in your body is aligning with that, which helps to strengthen and deepen your connection to the land, you know, and to remember who you are as a person of the the earth, as a child of this mother earth here, and strengthen your connection and enhance your humanness, if that's even a word. But we have something about us that's lost in this everyday rat race that we're living. We're double tap, scroll, flick your blinker on, get up, walk, this very contemporary human behavior, and we forget who we are as human beings, and we're at a high stress level dealing with these things. So it's nice to come out here to the land and feel the breeze, feel the that sunlight on you, and feel the textures of the desert, you know. You need love? Are you getting tired of standing and balancing on the rocks? Oh, we got boogies. Okay, that's your offering. We flicked your booger out to the desert. That's your offering to the desert. Okay, what sounds do you hear?
Birds.
What do you feel on your skin?
Sweaty.
Sweaty? What's blowing your hair around?
Wind.
Wind. Hovered. Can you breathe in? Ebe. Okay, let's breathe in. Now you feel the hovered on your skin? The wind? You feel tashtonorig? Mm-hmm. What do you smell?
Cold.
You smell cold? What colors do you see around? How's mama's dog?
Green and blue.
That's right.
And white.
s-cedagi, s-cedagi, toa. Sapo. Making our way back to truck. And we've been taking both of our daughters out here in the desert since they were tiny, since they were infants, really. Bringing them in these carriers and taking them to the desert to get them used to the desert terrain here, getting them used to the drought and getting them used to the conditions it is, and normalizing that for their nervous system, for their little brains, so it becomes their norm, so it's not a foreign place to them, that it's something that they get used to, the unevenness of the earth, and that they're used to the textures, everything that they call pokey, things that are pokey, as they say, and getting them used to checking out the changing of the seasons. And we always go out when it's another season, the springtime, when things are starting to bloom and greenery is happening. We try to bring them out and get them used to noticing those changes, and noticing the different animal scat, noticing the different animal tracks. And they'll come out here and they'll like to pick up rocks. They'll like to come out and get rocks and collect those. And we're just happy that those are the types of things that interest them. You know, some children are so, overstimulated by devices and bright toys and things that are really stimulating to the nervous system. So therefore it makes them a little bit unresponsive to you know, when they come to the desert. And you know, our kids like those things too. Our kids get toys and they get to have their devices on the weekends. And so there's a balance for sure. It's important for their overall cognitive development to be out on the land and to be experiencing the changes of the season and get their little frequencies to be aligned with what the earth is giving off. The frequency that's more powerful, it's being emitted here, it's more powerful, it's from the plants, it's from the earth itself. And it's very calming to our nervous system. It helps us to sync our spiritual, I guess you would say, spiritual circadian rhythm. I guess that's not a scientific term, but just sort of, you know, using that as sort of a metaphor in a sense. You know, you're aligning with that, and that's helps us to feel more grounded and helps us to really stress anxiety. And when we are constantly doing these sorts of things, we are it's important for our healing journey, especially if you're healing from unresolved grief or trauma of any sort, and you come out to these places to heal and ground yourself, and you become self-actualized. Then it helps you to realize what your purpose is. Then you can have your vision of who you want to be in the future. How do you want to think, feel, and act in the world 10, 15, 20, 30 years down the line. This is a big part of our healing journey. And of course, doing it around food, of course, being able to take food from the land and being able to give thanks to these plants or the animals that you're harvesting from. And you learn about gratitude. You learn about a deeper connection to food because we've been unconditioned, you know, to have those connections because of this age of plenty we live in, where we can, you know, get processed food and order food, go to grocery stores, restaurants, Grubhub, all these things here that kind of have caused us to lose our connection with food. And also be clear that when I'm talking about children that are already addicted to devices and things that are overstimulating to their nervous system, I don't mean that to shame the parents or to shame those children. Like I said, our daughters get to watch devices, they get to have candy, they get to go to places where there's, you know, really overstimulating sensory input into their eyes and ears and taste and nose. But we try to regulate those experiences, and that way they're not overstimulated to the point where when they get out on the land or they go to a community or cultural gathering and they hear our songs and they see our colors, that they are not appreciative of those things. Because I think that, you know, if a person is overstimulated, their senses overstimulated by bright colors and sounds, tastes and flavors and things that are really pleasing to the reward system that cause this dopamine release. I think that too much of that, it can be a hindrance in really appreciating those more subtle experiences where you're, say, at a sunrise ceremony, the sun is coming up and there's people that are singing or dancing and you can smell the medicine burning, you know, and or you'll have to listen to someone talk, and those experiences may not be as moving and they may not be as appreciative of those things if every day they're overstimulated by sugary things and, you know, bright colors and blue light and entertainment and social media information that we're consuming over social media that's causing that dopamine release. It's really important to regulate those experiences and make time to stimulate your nervous system and your spirit by means of original culture, the way that natural world peoples have done for millions of years on the land, which is like what we were doing, getting out, harvesting from the land, taking your exercise on the land, meditating on the land, doing your ceremony, continuing to do these things, continuing to go out and explore the seasonal changes for hunting, foraging, planting seeds, fostering growth, all these things. So I always say that foodways or indigenous culture in general is really about, get out of here, fly, is really about doing things on the land with people we love, for people we love. And that's the beauty of our culture. Where is she? She doesn't know. Ah! You can see right here my average heart rate on that little forage, 91, went up to 125. So getting a little bit of zone 2 cardio in there and movement on the land. So that's how movement is also associated with foodways. Look at your flowers that you got from Mama. We're gonna make her drink.
Don't touch, don't touch. Daddy's
Don't
camera.
touch.
It's okay. Hey, I'm gonna call you.
Bragg's apple cider vinegar with mother. Shot. Just eyeballing it. She's having a hard time. Now she's gonna try the drink that you helped make. The Melog Hiosig. Well, it's a pretty color.
It's beautiful. Okay.
We made this last year, but I don't know if you had any. Oh no, you did maybe.
Okay. It's first of all, it has a very fragrant smell. It's like subtle, but almost it reminds me of something so much I can't think of what, but it's almost like being in like a wildflower garden.
Oh, it's very floral, right, and aromatic.
Yeah. I didn't expect it to be carbonated.
Yeah.
Love it. It's so good. It's perfect for me because I love like tangy.
Right.
It's not sour, but it's tart.
Yeah, it's tart.
And there's no sweetener, right? You didn't put any?
No sweetener, just a little bit of apple cider vinegar, lemon, mint, and then the Melog Hiosig with the carbonated water.
Oh, it's so good. Like, delicious. Really good.
I knew you'd like it. We made it last year. I can't remember if you had it.
Oh my God. It's at your service.
Okay, try your drink. It's your turn now.
And Westyn helped harvest flowers.
It's tasty.
What does it taste like?